Good day, traders. Welcome to today's episode of my weekly Forex Forcast. This is Ononako Tochukwu speaking for Lazarus Capital. So, without wasting our time, let's just go right into the charts. So, as you all know, I trade on the 4-hour time frame, and my trading strategy is simple. Once I can identify the direction of the asset on the 4-hour time frame, I want price to pull back to my area of value. From there, I will continue trading in line with that direction. And my area of value are areas that price have tested before. A support area if I'm looking to buy, and a resistance area if I'm looking to sell. And how do I know the direction of the market? The simple lower lows and lower high for bearish market, and higher highs and higher lows for bullish market. But I also have the 200 EMA, which I use to also see the direction of the market. It means once I see that my price is trading below my 200 EMA, I know that the big boys are still bearish on the market, so I'll be looking to sell. And once I see that my price is trading above my 200 EMA, I know that my big boys are still bullish, so I'll be looking to buy. So having said that, as you can see, this is the Bitcoin, and we are on the 4-hour time frame. I can see that my price is trading below the 200 EMA. Last in this week that just ended, we saw price broken below this 200 EMA. These have clearly shown to me that the big boys are still are still bearish on the Bitcoin. So what I'll be waiting for is for price to pull back to my area of value, which is, for this case, will be a resistance area. And as you all know, you see this area here, it was acting as a support here. Price got here, went up, came back, was acting as a support. Price went up, but on Friday we saw price breaking below this level. So I think in the coming days that the sellers will use this area as a resistance area to take this price back down. As you all know, I also like to use my Fibonacci to confirm that area. So as you can see, that this area is lining up with my 5061.8 Fibonacci. So in the coming days, what I will be waiting for is for the Bitcoin to rise into this area. From there, I'll wait for the sellers to come back in, and I will join them. So for the Bitcoin, we'll be waiting for price to rise into this area. Entry will be at 68,717. Stop loss can be here at 69,568. Then take profit will be at 65,957. Let's move over to the next pair, which is the Euro USD. So for the Euro USD, we can see that price is still bearish despite this build up that we are seeing here. The big boys are still bearish on the Euro USD. The big boys are still bearish on the Euro USD. It means that dollar is still in a place of strength. Dollar is still strong. When the Euro USD is going down, it means that dollar is strong. When the Euro USD is going up, it means that dollar is weak. So as I can see that this area is my line of departure, this is why price dropped from. So once I've identified that the price is bearish, I've identified my line of departure. The next thing I want to do is to see a good resistance area that I'll be expecting this price to pull back to. And at this point, I can see that this area is a good resistance area. I can see that it acted as a resistance here. Price broke down. It acted as a resistance here. Price went up, break back down. I'll be expecting for price to pull back up into this area, and from there come down. I can see it also acted as a support here, acted as a resistance here. So I'll be expecting it to come back up and act as a resistance. And if I take my Fibonacci from this area to this area, can see that this area lined up with my 50, 61.8 Fibonacci. This area lined up with my 50, 61.8 Fibonacci. So in the coming days, I'll be waiting for price to pull back slightly into this resistance area, and I'll wait for the sellers to come back in. From here, I will join the sellers. So for Euro USD, I'll be waiting for price to rise up around 1.5686. My stop loss will be just above the 4-hour candle close at 1.5955. Then my TP will come back here 1.14173. For Euro USD, wait for price to rise to 1.15698. Stop loss can be above here 1.15916. Then your TP will be here 1.14199. So let's move to the next pair, which is the gold. So for the gold also, we can see that the gold also is bearish. So what we'll be looking to do for the gold is to sell the gold. And I can see that last week we saw price dropping from this area. So now we'll be waiting to see a good resistance area where we can sell the gold from. Now I'm looking at this area here. I think that this area will be a good resistance area because, as I can see, it acted as a support here. Price used this place as a support, went up, came and broke below that area. So I'll be expecting price to rise back to this support that will turn to resistance. Then from there, start coming down. If I take the Fibonacci from this leg to this point, I can see that that support area is close to my 61.8. So I will be using this area as my area of value because it lined up with my Fibonacci 61.8. Or if I want, let me just zoom it here so that I can accommodate the 50 and 61.8 Fibonacci. So I can see 50, 61.8 Fibonacci is there, and is a good, area of value, points of interest. You can see that from this point, price moved to the upside, came back and broke it. So we're waiting for price to rise into this zone. From there, we'll wait for the sellers to come back and we will join them. So for the gold, very simple. We'll be waiting for price to rise into this zone. Then we'll wait for the sellers to come back, then we will join them. Guys, you can see that once the market starts to trend in, it becomes very easy to analyze, and that is why experts will be advising that when the market is not trending, stay away from the market. You can see how easy our analysis is because the market has begun to move. You can see how easy the analysis is. There is no much stories to tell. The market is bearish. Wait for a pullback to resistance area. Wait for your sellers to come in and you join them. Simple as ABC. So for the gold, we'll be waiting for price to rise into this zone, waiting for price to rally back into this our zone. Anything from 46.50 to 47.92, you see the sellers. Once the price rises into this zone, you see the sellers coming, you join them. Your TP1, your stop loss can be up here 48.19. Then your TP can come back here 4100. So for the gold, wait for price to rise into this zone and wait for the sellers to come in, then you join them. Let's move to the next pair, which is the Nasdaq. So for the Nasdaq, we can see that price is bearish. Price has broken out from this zone. Price has been ranging in this area, in this zone for long. It has broken out from it. So in the coming week, we'll be waiting for the price to pull back to a good area, which for me, if I take this area as my line of departure, as a supply area, I will be expecting for the price to rise into this zone. I can see this zone here. Okay, if I extend this to the past, okay, you can see this area acted as a support. This area acted as a support. Price got here and went up, came here and went up. So I'll be expecting price to rise back into this this support will turn to resistance. I'll be expecting price to rise into this resistance area. Then I'll wait for the sellers to come back in and I join them. If I take my Fibonacci, let me see the Fibonacci from this line of interest, this line of departure to this point. I can see that this area also lined up with my Fibonacci 5061.8. Guys, I remember I told you, once I see a good area of value, for this is a good area of value. You see, it was acting as a support here. From here it went up, acted as a support, went up, came here and broke below. It's a good area of value, and you can see it's lining up with Fibonacci 5061.8. so I will be expecting the price to rise back into this resistance area. If the price rally into this area, I'll wait for my sellers to come back and I will join them. So from here I will join the sellers and I take the price back down. So for the Nasdaq, we're waiting for price to rise to 23,782. Stop loss will be here 24,021 and our TP will be here 23,056. So let's move to the next pair, which is the US oil. So for the US oil, we can see that the price is bullish. You see our 200 EMA price is trending above it. So that, shows us that the big boys are still bullish on the US oil. So we'll take this level as our line of departure. This is where the price, moved out currently from. And we'll look for a good support area. We'll be waiting for price to pull back to. And I think I'm looking at this area, that this area will be a good one. You see this area, it was acting as a resistance. Price broke above, support, acted as a support, finally broke below, came back up, acted as a resistance, came back down, broke above. So we're expecting price to come back here and use this area as a support, to continue going up. So for the US oil, we'll be waiting to see price pull back into this area, into this zone. Then wait for the buyers to come back and we will join them. So for the US oil, wait for price to pull back to $93 per barrel. Stop loss can be below here at 89.171. Then your TP1 can come back here at 100.893. So that is it for today. Let's just quickly do a recap. So for the BTC USD, this is our area of value. This is our line of departure. It means that as long as this line is holding, as long as price is trading below 72,000, we are bearish. As long as the Bitcoin is trading below 72,000, we are bearish. So this is our line of departure. We're waiting for price to rise back into this zone at 68,717, between 68,717 and 69,413. Once the sellers come back, you join them. Stop loss can be above here at 69,569. Then your TP can come back here at 65,983. So let's go to the next one. Euro USD. You can see this is our line of departure, meaning as long as price is trading below 1.16378, we are bearish. So wait for price to rise into this zone between 1.15686 to 1.15839. Wait for the sellers to come in, join them. Stop loss can be below here at 1.15903. Your TP will come back here at 1.14186. Let's move over to the next pair, which is the gold. So for the gold, this is our line of departure. Wait for price to rise into this resistance area between 46.51 to 47.97. Once price rises into this zone, once your sellers come in, you join them. Stop loss can be above here at 4800. Your TP can come back down here at 41,000. At 4,100. TP at 4,100. So let's move on to the next pair, which is the Nasdaq. For the Nasdaq, this is our area of departure. wait for price to rise back into this zone at between 23,707 and 23,974. Stop loss can be above here at 24,011. Your TP will come back here at 23,075. So for the US oil, this is our line of departure, meaning as long as price is trading above 84.5663, we are bullish. As long as the US oil is trading above 84.663, we are bullish. Our area of value, wait for price to pull back into the support area at 92.891 to at 92.891. Let's say wait for price to pull back to 93 dollar per barrel. Stop loss can be below at 89.171. Then your TP can come back here at 100.667. So guys, we can see that this video is very short because the market is trending. The market has given us a clear direction. That is why we just go straight to the point. So guys, I hope this video helps you in the coming week. Please, this is not a financial advice. It's just an educational advice. Trade carefully. Trading is very dangerous, and protect your capital. Drop me a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until I see you next week, God bless you.